the bottom kind of?
Yeah. You do a lot of touch and goes, right? Or just
I'll
stay tight.
I just stay tight.
Tap.
Yeah. Sometimes I touch and go, sometimes I'll stop and go, but I never reset. I always like to keep everything.
Well, I do feel what you're talking about, where I'm like
Right.
chill at the top.
Right.
But with the conventional, I feel like I'm trying to like lat my way through it.
Yeah, I don't understand the lat talk about the deadlift. There is no lat engagement that needs to be
Like
involved.
over exaggerate. Okay.
There need to be nothing.
Yeah, yeah. No,
you need
like-
to just if you hang in your arm, because if everything's shoulders are back, right?
Mhm.
So what would be the purpose of
Going further back. You're increasing the range of motion there.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
any of that's not going to work. And it's going to probably cause some type of
Rotator cuff.
something.
All right. Well, I'll hit that again with conventional.
Keep your hair in the belly tight. Come on. Hair in the belly before you go down. Big breath.
There you go. Fill up those obliques. Nice. That was good.
Good. Just stay tight.
Yeah,
Just
because
don't
I
let
got into a really bad habit of like
Popping your hips every
doing
time.
that to start and at the top, like to like finish, you know?
Hey, yeah, I
And-
don't know why it's,
Well,
it's a habit. You see other people do it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
and
throughout the
because-
whole industry.
everyone talks about, oh, my tilt. Everyone thinks I like stick my butt out too much. So
Right.
I was trying to like correct it, but I think I was like
Over exaggerating. Yeah.
So maybe like that could have contributed too to like overdoing that.
Yeah, and if you want to bring in a little more over time, once you get better,
Yeah.
you just, as you come to the top, you just slowly squeeze in.
Slowly, yeah.
Right, rather than
I guess I was so worried about like,
yeah.
going
Not
fast.
that. No, it needs to be a slow move.
Real fast.
Long arms. Nice. Bend over toward the bottom more. The only thing I saw was when you letting it back down.
Yeah.
Is which only really counts if you're doing another rep. Is you didn't bend over enough. You didn't look down enough. When you didn't look down enough, your knees shot out.
Okay.
It was shooting the bar out. So remember that on reps, when you're doing reps conventional.
Push the hips back a little more.
Oh, just kind of, when you get to this point, right? You get right here. Remember, if you try to keep your head up, your knees are going to go forward.
Okay.
So you always have to look. So you do the same motion, you go back down. Here, and you go back down, you got to go bend over.
Over there. Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be bend over.
So I was trying-
if you
I was
don't
trying
bend
to keep the
over,
head
right? So if you don't bend over, then you go. You try to squat it.
Okay.
What happens? Your knees shoot forward, and the bar goes.
Okay. Gotcha.
I mean, people not. You know, I
That
think
makes sense.
anybody hardly ever notices that. That's a.
Let's use the reps.
Right. Then you just throw your reps off.
Yeah.
If you want to keep the bars, I mean, where you start at, in the same place, we don't kick it out in front of you, just the same motion, up and down.
I'll tell you, the first rep felt way different.
It was.
It felt, and that was double overhand compared to under over.
Right. It looked perfect.
I was just,
Yeah. It looked perfect. Then after that, you were kicking it out a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, get in front of you. I'll do it. Exactly. There you go. Now come back up. Flex right there, squeeze. Exactly. Spread your legs out, you go down. Right. Stretch in your chest.
You feel your hammies? Yeah, there you go.
Squeeze all loose.
It's definitely a no shit moment when you feel it right.
Up, flex.
Are you keeping the barbell close, Steve?
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
I was coming out too far.
Well, I mean, if you got weight, it's probably making it.
Okay.
Flex, you want to keep it close to you. When you feel your glutes flex, and your just for your lower back gets as well. Right, exactly. There you go. Flex. Don't have to come up fast. Come on up. Flex, stop right there. That's kind of too far. Round it, right, exactly. Kind of check, exactly. Come up, round back, glutes. Stop right there. Be all glutes, no lower back. Yeah, flex. Right. Ooh, yeah. All glutes. Flex. Stiffen the legs up a little more. Just a little bit more. Right?
Goddamn.
Flex. Yeah. Flex your knees, right?
Oh, you're good. I definitely feel a stretch in my hands.
Right. Exactly.
And this is
600 pounds of this shit?
This is literally 65 pounds.
You were a psychopath.
Well, you gotta remember, I was pulling over 900 right now. Yep.
Okay.
Like better to have it?
Exactly.
Switching gears.
Yep, there we go. Exactly. Loose, a little bit more up top. Really soft. Squeeze. Exactly. Please. Bend over. Exactly. Right there. Perfect. Pull this in. Bend over. You get in the knees, you gotta bend over. Bend over. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Loose. Same thing you step back the other almost. On the deadlift, I think the bending over cue is important because it'll help keep you from shooting your knees out in front of you. So to bend over, you got to think bend over right when the bar gets to your knees, and then your eyes need to look where you were looking when you were coming up, as far as when you started. So you got to look down. You got to look down and bend over once the bar gets to your knees. And it's important to keep the bar in the proper alignment.
Whatever it is that you want is your extraordinary life. There are two master skills, and if you master them, there's zero question you'll experience what you want or something better. These things have in common that have made you fail. You're telling me you failed because you lack these resources. Time is a resource, money is a resource, confidence is a resource, right? People are a resource, technology is a resource, management's a resource. So what you're saying is I failed because I lack the resources, and any intelligent person in this room knows that's bullshit. Because any of us can get the resources if we're resourceful enough. What's missing is you're not resourceful. And the ultimate resource is human emotion. Because emotion is what gets us to do anything. We think it's our mind. You can think shit all day long. You're not going to do it till you have enough emotion. Let me remind you of what you know in your unconscious. How did you get yourself to achieve that? What was the first thing you did that made it possible to achieve that goal that once seemed impossible? You, sir. You visualized it. How many of you focused on it? Some people visualize, some people just get a gut feeling. How many started dreaming about it, thinking about it? You focused on it, and you became a bit obsessed with what you wanted. How many of you had this experience, and that was the first trigger? Say, I. Wherever focus goes, energy what? Flows.
I don't like giving advice because it's very detailed. You got to get to the seed that created the cancer, right? So a general like go do it or yay is fucking horseshit. Like what you need to do is spend fucking 50 hours with somebody and listening and talking, and then building trust to get them to do something that breaks their patterns. Right. The only way to fix something is to do something different. I have some really good advice. It's never a good idea to take advice from somebody whose entire business is to sell advice. The number one thing that I take advice from is people who've done it before, right? So getting advice from somebody who decided 3 years ago they were a real estate agent and this year they're a social media expert, right, is a bad strategy. Finding somebody who used social media to sell $10 million worth of stocks and now has decided to sell the information of how to do it, much better strategy. So find out who's giving you the advice. And then you gotta go and try. The key is, you can't architect this up front. You first have to do. Well, wrap your head around that, then give it away, and then realize, oh shit, when I give away all my best shit, good shit happens. Karma is practical.